After watching tons of recipes on YouTube and about making your own bread, I thought I would try one of the recipes uh, that I saw on Breader, which I thought was like a really great YouTube channel because they make so many different kinds of gluten-free bread. So I ended up making this flaxseed, chia seed bread. It was like no eggs, no flour, the healthiest bread you'll ever eat, blah, 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 blah. So let me tell you what happened. I did read some comments and somebody was like, oh, it's like crispy on the outside and soggy on the inside. So I cut it open first with just right down the middle. So it was very small. It ended up being like this big. So you can tell very, very small, very, very small. That's what I ended up using for it. And so I cut it down the middle and it was totally, totally soggy. So then I stuck it in the oven again. I said, oh, what if it's soggy between these other two bits? So then I cut it again and it was soggy again. So then I put it in the oven again and it's like turned like it, you can see it's a little bit burnt on the top. I could smell it burning, right? And so then I had this one little piece right at the end. And I thought, gee, you know what? This one is kind of thick. I'm going to cut it and see if, because after cutting it and then it was, got a nice little edge on it. And then I cut it again and then this got a nice little edge on it. And then I tried cutting this one and lo and behold, it was sticky and gross on the inside. But I think that just might be the initial thing because it's feeling a bit dry because it was tacky to the touch, tacky. So that might have just been um, the initial thing because it's feeling a little less tacky now. So I'm gonna leave it and then I'm gonna actually give it a try. I'll see what it's like. I'm gonna just because all I tasted so far were the crusty burnt edges. Well, I wouldn't call that great. What I did with the recipe, I added a little maple syrup because the recipe sounded gross. Didn't have anything in it really. And I thought, let me just make it like taste a little less gross. So there it is. See, it's like sticky again in this side where I took the bite. I left this out for a minute and it's just a little less sticky. But where I took the bite, it's got like it's like gummy and sticky. So I wouldn't recommend this as a recipe with the flaxseed and the chia seeds. I personally, maybe there is a way to do it. I was thinking when I was mixing it together that I should add a half a cup of flour, and I think that in retrospect, I should have added the half a cup of flour because maybe it wouldn't be so tacky and sticky and I don't know, kind of flavorless. Not that bread really has to have a lot of flavor, but like oftentimes you can eat bread alone and it doesn't taste disgusting. Well, this isn't, I wouldn't say it tasted disgusting, but I would say it doesn't taste great either. Anyway, so that's one of the gluten-free recipes that I got off of Breader.